Hello everyone, this is Matt from MMODen.com, welcoming you to another episode of Inside the Den, a quick peek at a game's features and overall gameplay. Now today, Inside the Den, we're going to take a look at Allods Online, a 3D fantasy MMORPG with a little bit of a steampunk feel. This game is brought to us by gPotato. Now if you like what you see in this video and you want to learn more about Allods Online, you can check it out over at MMODen.com, or you can click the link below. Alright, here we go. So, one thing that has been said, and the game has widely been criticized, is that Allods Online is pretty much a direct clone. And I'm not going to say that they didn't take a lot of elements right from World of Warcraft, but they do have some neat little features that they call their own. But as you see right from the get-go, in your character creation here, you've got two different factions you can pick from, the League or Imperial. And you pretty much have comparable player or classes on each side. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the League. And it doesn't matter which one you pick, because which character you pick in that little window there, which you kind of get drawn out of. Because once you're in here, you can go through and you can select one of the three races. There's the, I don't know what they call them, the Canadians, whatever. Basically, your humans. Then you have your elves, which is kind of fairy-like because they fly around. And then you've got these gibberlings, which used to be called something else, which nobody could pronounce, so I think they changed it to gibberlings. Neat thing about the gibberling is you actually get to control 3 of them. I'm not really into that, so I'm going to go with basically the humans. And with that, you've got the paladin, the mage, the healer, the warrior, the warden, which is almost like your hunter from World of Warcraft. As you can see, he's got his little pet and stuff there. The scout, which is essentially kind of the same thing. You see he's got the bow. And like I said, they do draw a lot of similarities, but they do have a lot of stuff that's all their own. So we're going to check out the females. And you do have quite a few options as far as customization. Not a ton like some games where you've got the scrolling slide bar and stuff like that where you can determine. But one thing that's kind of neat, if you want to check it out, you can see your character naked. Not to say that you're going to want to do that all the time, but let's randomize it a couple of times so you can see. You can change the height, the hairstyle, the hair color, all these different things. So let's pick a hair color and let's get going. Alright, there we go. Let's put our clothes back on. And I don't want to play a scout. I'm going to actually play... let's see. Let's just go with a warrior. Or a champion. Sorry. Well, whatever. Over here it says warrior. Down here it says champion. Doesn't really matter too much. But it did change my character. So we need to randomize until I pick something that I want. It doesn't matter. Let's pick my usual name. See if it's available. There we go. So the game right off the bat, it's going to throw us right into a tutorial, which is a nice little walkthrough. Get you started, get you through your first few levels. Also get you used to the interface. You're not going to see a lot of crazy things in the interface that's a lot different from what you normally see in a game. So, basic right click to interact with NPCs. Here's your basic movement. Those types of things are going to be the usual, and then your usual camera movement. Nothing too oddball or too crazy that isn't your normal. They were really smart with that because they knew that they were attracting a certain crowd. Unfortunately, over the course of time, the population of the game has dwindled down. There's only 2 servers right now, and the servers have dwindled. I would say there's what would be considered a low population on both. There's still people jumping into the game all the time and picking it up and playing it. I wish we could bust through this, but we can't. So we just gotta watch it. Let's actually turn the audio down a little bit so you guys can hear me, which is really crazy because as you can see I have it really low already. Turn all these down. Even though I have the master volume down to 1, it doesn't seem to want to really go that low. So let's turn one of these down. Let's apply, accept, continue. So all these people got wiped out. So let's pick up this next quest. Let's run through some of the interface things real quick so you guys can see those. Equipping items is your basic. So B's going to bring that up. We're going to right click to equip that axe. The usual stuff, nothing crazy different there. Now what is really weird is the you have to remap your keys if you're used to normal WAS and D, because your Q and your E actually turn your character, and your A and your D actually strafe. You can do that, or you can just instead use the mouse key, or sorry, use the mouse to turn everything. So we do have one quest, and it is, let's bring that up real quick. No active quest. So we're actually just following these guys down here to get our next quest. But you've got your character info. What's really neat is you do have a lot of attributes, and each level that you go up, you get points to put into these. And as you can see, it puts stars next to the things that your class is mainly going to use. So you're going to know right out of the gate, as you're getting items or as you're selecting items for quest rewards, what you want to select. The first few, it basically gives you ones that you're going to want to use. So it wants me to go in here and start taking out some rats. So let's do that. Start using some of my skills. I don't know why it's... There we go. Usually any character I've created in this game, I remap the keys just so it's what I'm used to. So right now I haven't had a chance to remap that yet, so it's not really to my exact liking. One thing that has been a big complaint on the game is the speed at which the experience is gained, and I know a lot of people complain about that. Now you can spend some real-world money on getting yourself upgrades that will allow, or items from the cash shop that will allow you to level up faster, but you know that's not really the point if you're playing a free-to-play game. But you know they've got to make their money somehow, especially since, if I remember correctly, the budget on this game was pretty extensive. So let's turn in this quest and pick up some new boots, which is funny because I just got some other ones, so now I have 2 pairs, so I'm going to accept that. It wants me to go talk to this guy in here. So let's look at some of the other things. So you got your stable, which is where you would normally keep your mounts and stuff like that. You got your quest log, as you can see that. You can see completed quests, active quests, and then world mysteries, which I'm not sure what the world mysteries does. I can't remember. Here's different spells and skills. You've got your abilities here. Patronage. Not really quite sure what that does. Maybe one of you guys can comment and tell us exactly what the patronage is for. So kill the young manicore and return. So it's going to open this up using spells. Yeah, basically, no, I can left click, or I can, let's see, there's the world map, which is not showing me anything right now because I'm inside of a tutorial area. So as you see, there we go, I leveled up. So we've got this cross down here so I can assign stat points. I have 1 stat point. I'm going to put it into strength because I am a warrior. So let's go ahead and head back on out here and turn in our quest. There we go. And it wants us to continue on and talk to that guy over there. Now, obviously, as you can see, they don't use the standard exclamation point and question mark. They're using something just a little bit different. They use a check mark, which, hey, you know, they do still use the exclamation point, but they use a check mark when it's done. So, you know, you got a little something different. Not much, but whatever. So, here's my bag. Let's look at some of the things over here. I've got to finish the tutorial before I can show you guys the cash shop. Then you do have these tips. We can go back through them if you want to. So as you're doing the tutorial, if you forget something, I doubt you're going to forget anything because you know it's pretty basic stuff. Friends list, your social stuff, talents. So as you see here, just like a normal talent tree, you will get talent points, and you're able to assign those to different types of skills, things like that. So we don't have enough talent points for that. So all right. So here's the calendar. So different types of events that happen either daily or different times during the week at different hours. So you can take part in those events. But let's go down here and take care of some of these traders. Having a hell of a time with the camera because, like I said, this thing is not set up to the way that I would normally set it up. But there's one down. Let's take care of these guys. I need an area of effect. Just take these guys out real quick. But I don't have one. I have my just shitty skills. So what are you going to do? But as you can see, the graphics are really good. The soundtrack is done really well. Another complaint that some people have, it's not something that I really care about. As you can hear right there, or maybe I'll take, there we go. See if I can get it. Every time I talk, she fucking talks. Basically, all the voiceover stuff is I believe it's in Russian, because the game was developed by a Russian developer, and so they put their own little touch on it. Hey, whatever. I don't really care about it, but some people care about it. It's really up to you. Whether you don't like it. I don't think it's a big deterrent on the game, but it is what it is. So we got our potion of invulnerability. So now we need to use it. Where is it? There we go. I'm busy. I need to get out of there. So stop talking to him. Clean that up. Use that. Great. Now the quest is done. Let's move on. Get some pants. Let's equip those real quick. He's going to open the door for us, and we're going to run down some crazy set of stairs. Let's talk to him again. There we go. And we run through the door because, hey, whatever. It's just a game. It's not real life. The magical things you can do. So now we got to cruise. I think we cruise down here and talk to the mage's niece. Somebody's actually attacking. Yeah, she's down there. There's the. It's kind of interesting. You can see the check mark through the walls. So you know what? If you get lost every once in a while, you just find the check mark. That is one thing that's kind of cool, though. It doesn't have the system like a lot of games have today, to where like I can just click her name and it'll walk me to her. But if you do, once you get out of here, if you do pull up the mini map, or I'm sorry, not the mini map, but the actual map, it will put little markers that'll tell you the basic location of where you need to be for your quest. So, yeah, I'm not. Hey, actually, a voiceover that was in English. See, they're not all in Russian. For those of you that are complaining, there are some in English, but you know, people are always going to find things to complain about. Nothing you can do about that. So I doubt the developer really cares. So we need to protect her from a bunch of these guys. And as you see here, you have this combat advantage. So as it says, a warrior can generate combat advantage in battle. Use it to perform special abilities. Combat advantage is reset after not attacking for 10 seconds. So it's all lit up. I don't know what special abilities I can exactly do, but I think that might be something that comes later in the game. But usually, depending upon what class you are, you activate that either by using your skills or using a different spell, or different things like that. So let's talk to her, complete this quest. It looks like the only thing we use. And as a warrior, we can use this bow. We do have the ability to shoot. And then as you can see right here, you can, if you're close and you can't, let's say there's a bunch of people piled around, you can just use Z to bring this up, bring up the interface. You can also do that when there's items on the ground, you can't necessarily see them. You can use Z. We did level up again, so let's go ahead and assign that again to there. But like I was saying, you can use Z to pick up items on the ground if there's a lot of people or a lot of dead monsters, or just, overall you can't see the items that you want to pick up. So to loot, it's the typical loot. You take and you just right-click on the body as you're taking out. You can see there's the little coin purse or little bag of goodies that we have to loot. So we're going to keep moving on. Another thing that's really interesting about the game is it does have a pretty cool crafting system. It has the standard, crafting type things like blacksmithing, leatherworking, stuff like that. But your crafting system is they're kind of like these little mini games. So as you want to craft stuff, you kind of have to go through these little mini games to craft different items. And just something, a little bit different. I kind of liked it when I saw it. It was kind of a cool little, kind of just something different, I guess you could say. Just something quirky that they had going on. But overall, I mean, the game has really good graphics, has a good soundtrack. You could tell there's a lot of time put into it, a lot of effort. It is definitely a WoW clone, but it does have a lot of little characteristics that are unique to itself. It is a little bit slower pace unless you want to spend a little bit of money to upgrade and get some of those items that will push you through. But overall, I would say, if you're looking for something different, something, you've played WoW and you like it, but you want something similar, but that is a little bit different, you know what, go ahead and give this a try. I think you might like it. But you know what, it is time for me to go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you want to play or learn more about Allods Online, you can read our full review on MMOden.com or click the link below. Till next time, thanks for watching.